Welcome to Crypto Therapy, your safe space to untangle the wild world of digital coins. Whether you're a crypto newbie or a blockchain believer, we've got you covered. Now, let's count down the top 5 cryptos you need to know. Number 5, BNB, Binance Coin. This one's the VIP pass to Binance perks and lower trading fees. Number 4, XRP, Ripple. Big banks love it, and so do fast transactions. Number 3, USDT, Tether, a stablecoin. No wild price swings here, just good old dollar vibes. Number 2, ETH, Ethereum, the king of smart contracts, NFTs, and decentralized apps. Number 1, BTC, Bitcoin, the OG, the legend, the digital gold. No surprises here, folks. Stick around for more Crypto Therapy, where we make crypto fun, easy, and stress-free. Smash that like and subscribe. See you next time.
Yo, welcome
Smash
back.
that like and subscribe.
Yeah, welcome back to
What's up,
Crypto Therapy. Mina is out today, but we have marvelous Marvin Davis, and we got a king of the game, lower level. Give a shout out to lower level.
Mr. King
What's
Trader
happening,
himself,
fellas?
y'all.
Good to see
We
y'all.
got Mr.
Thanks
Low
for
in the
having
building
me on,
today,
guys.
man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I had to give you
Or
that.
should I
Round.
say for shit show?
Shit, let's go.
So
yeah, man.
I'll throw some back history. I met lower level. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Was it 3 years ago?
3 moon parties ago.
Yeah. Gave me a ride to the hotel. Gave me to the moon party or what is some event to the hotel. Yeah, moon party hotel. It's been funky ever since. We'll start this
I
off.
don't think we made it. I don't think we made it right away. I think we ended up at that Irish pub eating fish and chips at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think is what happened.
That was the last one.
Damn.
Was that?
Yeah.
No.
Was it the last
something
one?
No, it wasn't the last one, because I was at the last one. I was in Vegas at the last one. Me and my cousin Jay Henry. And we gave, we gave both of y'all a ride that night. And Laura was in the back seat trading all the whole time.
So let's let Laura go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Talk about yourself for a minute. We'll ask you some questions.
The shit show.
Yeah, well, I've been in crypto since I guess 2000 or late 2017. Bounced around a lot of different chains. And finally got with XRP, and made my way through the YouTube spaces, and ended up meeting all the people from the Blue Crew, and that's led to so many other things, man. Networking is so awesome, especially with a lot of like-minded people that are all into the same stuff and are all kind of doing the same vibe. It's so nice. It makes things so much easier. And
So what got you in crypto? What made you like pull the trigger?
Initially, I had a buddy of mine that was, DVD pirate, all that stuff that put me on.
He's part of DVDs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. That all leads to, crypto at some point. And it did. And it did, and I'm still really good friends with that dude, to this day. He was actually hitting me up earlier today. We were talking, but yeah, he got me in, and then his son was just neck deep already into stuff, and he got me into some projects early, and we made a little money, and things were cool, and then time went on, and I kept on. But yeah, that's what got me in. I just literally had a friend that just said, check this out, man. You can buy stuff on the dark web. Look. I was like, gosh, it's on. I'm all about it. So.
That's what kept me out, because I was like, dark web? Yeah, no, they catch me. I'm cool.
So okay, what was the first chain you bounced on? Excluding Bitcoin, what was the first one you bought?
The very first thing I ever bought was actually Tron. Was the very first thing I ever actually bought, and that was one of the only other things I kind of held on to all this time, just because it's one of those things. It's a nostalgia thing. If it does something awesome, yeah. I mean, I'm way up on where I bought it, but it's just I'll never touch that stuff again. It'll sit right
That's your
there.
baby, yes. We got you.
Yeah. That was the very first transaction. So.
Are you staking it?
No, I'm literally, I do not touch it because I know if I touch it, I'll want to do something with it, and I don't want to risk it all just because that was the very first stuff I ever bought.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing that I'm just holding on to for no reason, you know.
No, I like Tron. I have it.
Oh yeah. So I trade Tron. I trade Tron a lot because, you know, it's one of the on one of my sites it lets me 100x leverage trade Tron. So I mean, it doesn't move crazy, but I've caught it a few times. And, those few times have been nice. So.
But Tron is like one of the only coins that's been holding this weight for the last year.
Yeah,
it's been like holding. Like I think.
I don't know. I mean, early on, Justin's son got me. You know what I'm saying? Early on, Justin's son got me. So I, you know, roped me in. I was like, right on. This fool's connected in too many places not to hold on to some of it. You know.
All right. You got anything, Marvin? You want to keep it funky?
Go ahead. Keep riding, man.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you the question. I'm actually add it as a banner. Let's see how this looks. What are your top 5 coins?
I knew you were going to come with these. Well, right. Number one, of course, is always going to be XRP, and then XLM after that, and then I'm going to say probably Quant's my next one.
Ooh.
And then after that, I went Zebek crazy.
FOMO. Bro,
yeah, Nina be rubbing off on me. She don't show up today. I wanted to give her some static about it. I spent so much money buying that stuff. It's ridiculous. And I don't honestly, man. I don't really have a number 5. The number 5 has just been XRPL memes and stuff mostly. Yeah. You know, I go in and out of a lot, and I'm, you know, of course, you know, I'm in a couple. So
everybody want to know what's the memes you rocking with. Go ahead, let it loose.
Hey, I'm Bluminati. You know, first and foremost, you know, Blue Crew and Bluminati. We working hard over there. Buster's, you know, putting in work.
The Blue Crew.
Shout out to Blue Crew Buster.
Right. And then, you know, we're collabing with another project started with the Uber clan. You know, so
hold on,
we'll see how all that stuff goes.
Don't blow that off like that, bro. You see how you blew that off, dog? You just the Uber clan.
Hey, you know, if you know, you know. Some of those things you kind of have to be there to know. That's what those parties are about, moon parties and all that stuff. You know, that's why there ain't a whole lot of video and a whole lot of footage of those things other than what gets put out officially, because, you know, that's a good place to hang out and network and talk about things. So, you know, I'm just gonna say there's stuff in the works. You know, there's definitely stuff in the works. There's stuff coming out. I would say keep an eye on my X and you know, put your ear to what you hear going on. There's going to be some big things coming. They're cooking. I can't wait till the bell rings.
You heard it from lower level. The Uber clan and Bluminati got something cooking. It's like them grits that OG had at the moon party or at the breakfast. They cooking.
Oh, dude, that was so good. I killed myself at breakfast. I killed myself every meal of that trip, bro. Everything was so good.
You know, I overdo everything at those trips, man. Like, we overdo breakfast, we overdo lunch, we overdo dinner, we overdo snacks. Whatever we do, everyone overdoes it.
I took brisket sandwiches for the way home on the train and stuff, bro. I know. I smelled like smoked meat for days.
I noticed you take the train a lot, man.
It's cheap.
I do.
It's cheap. It's comfortable.
It's cheap and it's comfortable. Yeah, not all crammed in like cattle. Yeah.
It's nice. I'm actually taking a train to Arkansas in June after me and Jay Henry come back from Vegas. We meeting up again in Arkansas for our family
Right.
reunion. So I'm riding a train. It's 14 hours. I got to go right past where Laura Level stay at, or where he caught the
Right.
train from at least. So
Yeah, you got to go
it's
to
10
the next
hours for
town
me
over
from here.
anyway.
Yeah, from
Right.
Austin to where he is, it's 10 hours. Then I got another 4 hours after that to get to where I'm going in Arkansas.
Yeah, that last trip to Austin was a 10-hour trip, which is
Yeah.
nothing on the train. You know, I go into the observation car and just take over a booth and get my stuff all out and get comfortable and just spend the whole ride in there. It's not bad.
So let me ask you a
It's
question. Is there like a place? I've never been on a train since I was like a little kid. So I got a question. Yo, if you want to smoke a cigarette, is there a place to go to smoke a cigarette?
No, you
You gotta
used
wait
to
till
be.
stops. Yeah, you gotta wait till stops. But there's a lot of stops, so you're not waiting too long.
You can buy drink. You can drink. You can bring your own drinks, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
you
it's-
can bring your own drinks. You can do whatever you want. But I
It's
mean,
dope.
when I on this last trip, I made screwdrivers the whole time. I went down to the bar cart and got little bottles of Tito's and orange juice, and rolled back up, had breakfast, made some trades, paid for the trip. You know, it was it was a nice ride. Yeah, it was comfortable. Got to watch the scenery go by and made some money without being hassled the whole time. I like it.
Is there internet on the train?
Well, I have internet on my phones, so it's good enough.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But I don't know if they have Wi-Fi on the train or not. I wouldn't probably use them anyway, but that's just me.
I'm watching Netflix and shit. I just need to smoke a black and mild every now and then.
And so they have stops, and they'll tell you this is a smoking stop. We'll be here long enough. Hop off, all that stuff.
Yeah, hop off, don't wander off.
Yeah, we had a layover for like an hour in Fort Worth.
Yep. That's the layover for Fort Worth. Yep. So is that going or coming for you? That's coming back.
That was going.
Yeah. So that's where I was in Fort Worth last year for. Matter of fact, when XRP, I remember when XRP, when BlackRock, the fake ETF came out with BlackRock. Not last year before last. That fake ETF came out and the price of XRP shot up from like 30-something cents to like 80-something real fast, and it came back down. I was on the train. I was coming through Fort Worth.
Speaking of BlackRock, let me show you your thoughts about this, man. I saw this earlier today when I was on CoinGecko, and I didn't know how to take this. Let me take a look at this. You see this? BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. What is this about?
Stablecoin. Sound like to me.
That's what it looks like to me too.
Yes, but look how it kind of looks like USDC.
Well, I just said stablecoin. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know stablecoin, but it looks like just USDC covered up. I just thought that was odd. Have you guys seen this in the news?
Well, it's a lot going on in the news, man, and it's hard to. Like for me, even if I see Brad Gardenhouse's a video of Brad Gardenhouse on YouTube, I can't watch it because I don't know if it's AI or not. I don't know what's real from fake. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what the hell going. So it's a lot of different news coming up. But the USD could be RLUSD, USDC, USDT, PayUSD, which is PayPal's stable coin. BlackRock could be in bed with JP Morgan and their Onyx project, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's the Onyx coin or XCN, but so shit, everybody trying to come with their own stable coin because everybody wants to try to corner the market, but they can't. But they also understand one thing: if this company or institution is creating a stable coin, then we better create our own too. Just to even the fucking playing field.
All right. Let me pop this question on you, Laura. Marvin, I'm gonna pop this one. What coin do you dislike the most? Marvin, I'm gonna ask you. What about you at the end of this one? What coin or blockchain are you like? This is trash. I ain't messing with it.
That's a toughie because there's a couple I don't like, but
what won't you put your money on?
well, that's the bad part is I have to use it sometimes, and that's why I don't like it. Is my least favorite one really is Ethereum. I don't like to use Ethereum.
Right.
I mean, I do a lot of stuff with Ethereum, but I don't like it.
Same here, bro. Same
Right.
here. I think everybody tired of them gas fees, right?
Yeah, so
Right. So yeah, I mean, I do I do a lot of stuff on XRPL. I do a lot of stuff on Solana. I mean, I use some different ones, but I don't really like Ethereum.
Tear my ass up too. Okay, I got.
I think it was overhyped, and I think it got that free pass shit for me, man, and then for me it was like a monopolization, right? It felt like they sued Ripple to for JP Morgan or whoever to monopolize Ethereum, so all the developers they had to work on Ethereum, and people say, well, Ethereum is so liquid because all the developers, that's the chain. They're like, no, it's the only chain that they really had clarity that they could work on.
That was the only place they could play. So that's, I mean, the
You
big
get what I'm
money
saying? So,
plays on Ethereum. There's big money playing on Ethereum.
Yeah, because that was the safest play for the big money, right? To not get sued and not get their shit jacked. So, man, that's what rubbed me the wrong way because there were other projects that were better that got shut out, because of the monopolization of the market, the old legacy system trying to monopolize the market until they realized that they couldn't. So they still playing dirty, but go ahead, though. My bad.
No, man. The funny thing is, damn, if you had put 1,000 in it at 6 cents, it'd be worth 4.7 million.
Ethereum?
Oh, I know.
Is it me or is just everybody has accepted Ethereum as being like the number 2 coin? And is it because we just got our heads beaten in with it for so long that we just accept it?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I think we've all just basically been told that's how it is, by the governments and stuff, like it or lump it. So we've all kind of went like, okay, well, this is, at least we still have something to work with. They could have left us with nothing,
Yeah, because I'm sitting there. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, man, we've kind of accepted ETH as number 2. But for me, I find it hard to have a coin at number 2 when there's a fucking unlimited amount of it. Like, it just keeps going on. You see what I'm saying?
So I just love it now that, so many different chains. There's people building in different, on all different networks and stuff everywhere now. It's so cool. I keep thinking of it like, all these different chains are like different countries. And, when you go and trade on those chains and do those things, you kind of have to adapt to the culture that you're going to, and I find that pretty neat. But
correct.
Yeah. I just really think it's really cool that there's so much development going on. This space has come so far so fast, and it's not slowing down at all. So
let me ask you something, Laura.
Sir.
In your crypto opinion, which of these different technologies would you say had the strongest community between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and our favorite, but not the only thing that we hold, XRP?
I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm going to show favoritism for XRP myself, but honestly, crypto was so travel back in the day, and it hasn't really changed. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, crypto has changed." No, you still have maxis for everything, man. There's still Bitcoin maxis that are fanatical. Everything else is trash. That's it. You have dudes that play on Ethereum that don't really mess around on other networks. They just do Ethereum and lots of it.
Solana.
Yeah, you have Solana players, and well, a lot of the Solana players and some of the ETH players changed too. Once the memes kind of started kicking up on the XRPL, a lot of those guys realized it was a lot cheaper, and easier and less fees and stuff to work on the XRPL.
fact.
A lot of those devs have come over. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of them. There's a lot of smart players from those chains that have decided to migrate over here. You know, because I don't know if the XRPL to me, I mean, there's light and dark in all of it, but the XRPL seems to be a lot more light than dark. You know,
You're correct. Yeah.
you have
That's
a lot
what I
more
mean.
good players over here than you do
Yeah.
in some other places.
Solano, dog, they dog you out over a lot.
Oh, it could be cutthroat in some of the other places, bro, really bad. But you know, I've found, you know, during all my time in, I've really found that I like a lot of the people that I've met in the XRP army. You know, most of them seem to be very genuine, cool people, and they're always down to help. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're working on something or something like that, if you don't know, you know, you can lean on the community for a lot of it. And that's the cool part about, you know, the different sects in the XRP community. You know, all the different projects that are in here is you have, you know, immensely different knowledge in all these different knowledge bases in these groups. And if you can tap into them and use those people to work on stuff, you know, they can all work together and help each other out, dude. That's so cool. That's what community's supposed to be about. And if we're all working on the same chain, we shouldn't be working against each other. You know, we should be collaborating and working together. You know, the ones at the bottom are competing. The ones at the top are all working together. That's what we should all do.
That's true.
Correct. Check this out, man. I do have a question for you. I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. What is lower levels goals with crypto from now into the future? What's your goals with this experience that we're going through right now?
Hey, these are questions we're waiting to ask you when we see you in person, dog.
Well, you know, you all want to take the high road and say it's not about the money, but it's about the money. But I mean, it's really about for me, it's really about the freedom that's going to come from the money. You know, that's what does it. It's not, you know, I was talking to somebody today and I said, you know, I just want to be able to approach everything in my life, every situation that comes my way. I want to look at it from a position of fuck you, I don't have to do that.
Yo,
you know,
say that
and
again.
then I can make up my mind if I want to or not.
Yo.
And it's on me if I want to or not. But I want to look at everything that I do from, you know, first and foremost, I don't have to do any of this. You know, that I can do nothing if that's what I choose.
Absolutely,
you know, I just want to have that freedom to be able to make that decision first and foremost with everything from now on. That's what I want from the XRP journey, from the crypto journey.
For all y'all out there, I go to XRP stuff, man, and I'm talking to Lord. This is how he rolled, dog. Now you see why I come back acting the way I am.
What's up, Lo? That was dope. That was dope, man. That was a dope answer, man. Let me ask you this. Let me build on top of that real quick. And I heard you chime in real quick. Man, this your interview, Lo. So I want to say this one last thing, and I'm gonna shut up. But I talked to FUMA about it too. And I asked FUMA, I said, do you believe that those of us that are in this space that have created this opportunity to have that financial freedom, do you think that they're really ready for it? Or do you think that people are preparing for it? And what are you doing to prepare for the freedom that's coming? But I think you answered that part. But do you believe that everybody else in this space is also preparing for the freedom that they're about to get financially?
Well, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I really hope so. But you know, I mean, we all know what's going to happen. It's just, you know, how long can you hold on? So, you know, that's really what it is. But some people are going to be ready when the money comes, and some people are going to spin out of control like you have never seen before in your life. And you know, that happens with any kind of come up. You know, too much, too big, too fast, and you're not ready, it's going to burn you. You know,
but,
yeah.
Right to the
but I mean, I live a real, you know, mellow, kind of down to earth life, man. I go and do stuff and go places and stuff like that, but I don't live extravagantly. If you meet me in person, you would have no idea, you know, at all about anything. So
I've met this brother in person several times, and what he just said are facts. You would never know that he was standing in your face for the last 15 minutes talking to you, having a conversation with you, eating a damn chicken wing, drinking a whatever drink, and trading at the same fucking time, and passing Brother Earth. Making money, paying for his trip at the same time. Right? So those are facts, man. If you meet this brother in person, man, he's just like you sound. Low-key, laid back, calm, cool, collected, but he always, got that phone in his hand, and they always smile. Him and E4. Him and E4, and I found out Carl Tyrone, too, is also one of those trader guys, man. But Lord was trying to get me into trading for a long time. I just don't, it just ain't me. That's Lord game, man. But my bad, bro. Y'all rock out.
Oh no, dude, it's good. It's good. I mean, yeah, I did well during that Austin trip, bro. I did very well. That's why you kept seeing me with that green glow in my face, lighting up that big smile as those things were clicking off. I did really well.
He the only one with the Austin made a profit.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure that's true. But I tell you what though, from that trip, there's going to be a lot of profit coming for everybody. So.
Right. Yeah. Me and FUMA and OG was talking one time. We was looking, something happened, and somebody said something about Lord, and you was smiling, and somebody said, might have been OG. Shout out to OG. He was like, Lord just made a trade, Lord just made some money. I was like, yeah, shit. Yeah. Everywhere you see me, we was smiling, man. So, yeah.
Well, I had a lot of reasons to smile over that weekend, bro. That was a lot of fun. We all had a great time.
Oh yeah, man.
We got hooked up with a bunch of new people, and we brought different tribes from different platforms together. We brought X and YouTube together.
It was a good time.
The whole jungle. I mean, dude. I don't know how deep you go, but I mean those are deep places, where we've all just been, are very deep places.
Man, like I was sitting with the Uga guys at Bags', well, not only at their party, but at Bags' thing, man.
Hey, their party was live too. DJ, video game, arcade games and shit.
Yeah,
right on the rim. That was nice.
We got lost. We missed it.
What's that?
We got lost. The Uga party. We got lost. We got there at the end of the party.
Was it there? When did y'all stop is the question.
Probably Monday.
Monday. Man, but I tell you, I sat with them Uga guys, man, and just talked. And the guy we spoke about earlier, I was like, man, I need you to come on the show and just talk to us, man. You could talk about
Ludite?
Yeah, I was like, you talk to anything. He was a cool cat, man. He
very
intelligent dude. Like, he scares me, not from a bad thing, but like, if he just put 100% into anything, he'll make a move. So I know that project was serious just by me and him, the way we was talking and how smart he is.
On Sunday, I think between shows, I'll have to see what time it is. They're on the Uga Discord. They're going to have a town hall on Sunday, and they're going to announce a bunch of stuff, for upcoming projects, and Ludite's project is one of those projects, and so
I'm all about profit, so let's post it up.
I think Sam and Team Green are also having a space tomorrow. I didn't know their space was at 12:30. I don't know if that's PST or EST, but it kind of coincides with bullish hour and coffee time and shit like that. But
all right,
going on, yo.
Okay, I gotta ask this one. What is your trading style?
It's like asking how to make the barbecue mop for the ribs and shit. No.
Right.
If you don't want to ask,
that much sauce. Dude, I have a predictive algorithm that helps, kind of points the direction, and then I I mean, my style is reckless as hell. That's what my style is.
That's what we want to hear.
But you know, I have that one algorithm that I use that kind of points the way for a lot of stuff. And then, like lately, I've been learning something new, bro. I've been learning to trade 500x leverage on the 1 second chart.
Oh, that's quick.
Super quick.
You lost me.
I mean, you can either be way up or liquidated. I mean, almost instantaneously if you make the wrong move. I mean, it's super fast.
Y'all see my
And
face.
I've been trying to learn that, and I mean, I've hit a couple. You know, I'm up. You know, but it's tricky. It's fast.
Damn. The
So,
one
but
second.
Don't
I've
jump
been
in the water, y'all,
the
with
1
the
second chart.
500 for 1 second. Don't do that yet, y'all.
I was joking.
Yeah.
I was joking with one of my friends today. We had another friend on a chat, and we were talking about this, and we were watching charts and talking about it and going back and forth on trades. And this guy was sitting there, you know, listening and watching us, and he was like, "That's just crazy, you know. That's just too much leverage. That's too fast." And he goes, "Well, we're doing this because the 100x's on the 1 minute are too slow." And he's just like, "Oh my god, you know, that's turning it down at 100 on the minute." And I was like,
The 100x on the minute is too slow.
yeah.
So for all y'all out there, he's leveraging 500 or whatever times amount of money he put in. So when it goes negative, it just liquidates, takes your own account. Do you still owe, or how does that work?
It just liquidates whatever you got. You know, you're risking it for the biscuit, and if you don't get it, somebody else eats it. So, you know,
And
it works fast, but it doesn't. You don't owe on it. It just liquidates whatever your margin was. So.
Marvin, you know that reminds me of shooting craps with some people you don't know, and the dice could be loaded.
Yeah, you didn't see my face.
Right.
You didn't see my face. I'm back in the I'm at the family reunion, man, in the corner with my cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? They cheating. They got cocked dice on, you know what I'm saying? I got to catch them, you know. I had a cousin tell me that too. Like, you know, I was cheating the whole time, but you know, I had my money involved in that too. Yeah. But yeah, man. Be careful, y'all. And for new people, don't think that you have to jump into what this brother is doing. This brother is very experienced at what he does. And that's just a part of the game. That's a part of the crypto spirit that we in, that you can, you know, involve yourself in, but you better, you know, get somebody like a lower level or somebody like that to teach you what they're doing. And you have to be really diligent about it because you have to stay on top of trading. When you're trading, it's not like what I do or what FUMA does or what lower level also does too.
We ain't doing none of that.
Shout out Nina Blossom. But we buying whole, right? So trading is way more different. With trading, you have to be involved almost 24/7. You know what I'm saying? If you have your money installed in that system, you need to be watching it 24/7. That's what I've learned from that. And if you're not that app, go ahead.
No, keep going. I'll cook it up after you finish it up. Go ahead, cook it up.
If you're not that tuned in to what you have in the market, whether it's up or down, you know, going long or going short, if you're not watching it the whole time, you know, a lot of people I listen to that have lost, they lost when they went to bed, right? So the difference is when you hold and the market goes down, you don't lose. But if you're trading, you're in a trade and you get long or shorted, it's like Laura said, it just liquidates the whole account. And that's their game. That's how they win.
You know what?
Well, I mean, you know, before I go to bed, if I can't sit and watch one, of course, you know, I've got stop loss going. You know, if I'm going to be away from it for too long, you know, I'll set parameters. That way I can sleep and know either it's going to take profit if it goes up massively if I set up there, or it's going to, you know, if I get stopped out, it's going to be a minimal loss instead of everything. So
right.
You know, I just thought about what Laura said earlier. He said he's liquidated all his bags several
3
times.
times. 3 times.
Yeah.
That
And
means
built
he
them back.
hard in the game of trading, bro.
But he built them back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You playing hard.
Yeah.
Like you can liquidate everything, go buy a car, house, whatever you need, and then bounce back the next day. And I did it again. I got my bags back and then liquidated again. Good Lord.
Hey, sometimes life happens, man. Sometimes you gotta have that money. You know, medical bills don't always pay themselves. You know, all that kind of stuff. So
I'm with you on that.
Y'all take notes, man. Get your pen and pad, man. Listen to what this brother's saying. You know, because this is a brother that's living crypto for real. You know, so he's using it. He put it to use, but he's also not putting it to use and then not building it back. You know, he has a strategy to get what he's using back. You know, and that's the key to success in finances. Is even if you have to use it, you still have to have a operation or option or set yourself up with opportunity where you can build it back. You can build it back, then you can afford to spend it. If you can afford to buy 2, then you can afford to buy that 1. So.
Hey, Laura, let me ask you a question, man.
Sir,
where did you learn your trading style? Was it like you watch YouTube videos? Did you just get in?
Yeah, I had one friend that was a stock trader, and he was kind of he was trying to teach me how to read candles and stuff like that. But that moves different. It doesn't move like the crypto market moves. You know, the crypto market's crazy to watch all the time. You know, if you get something that's hot, those candles are moving so fast, and big spikes, big dips, things move. And it's a different flow in the crypto market. It never closes. You can go to the casino at 4 o'clock in the morning if you want to. Anytime. But that's some of the things that I like about crypto. But that's what got me in. Is I had a friend of mine that was a stock trader, and he was trying to teach me to read candles and teach me some strategies. And I still use some of them. They when I see setups coming, that's I recognize those patterns like I've been drilled with flashcards, so I see them, and that sure does make it easier. But yeah, that's what really got me into doing the trading that way. Is just I had a friend that was a stock trader and kind of showed me a few things, and I kind of went from there. And really and truly, where most of it came from was just paying tuition, sir. You don't lose, you win or you learn. And sometimes the education is expensive, and sometimes it takes a long time. And, but you can't quit it. You can't quit it. Once you get bit by the bug and you start, you have a couple of wins, you're like, okay, I know what I did. Those weren't just flukes. I saw that coming. I put in my trade. The proof is in the wallet. So it makes you a little more believer in yourself after you do it a few times. And then you start studying more patterns and different strategies of trading. But I mean, I keep it pretty simple. I use Bollinger Bands on stuff. I use Heikin-Ashi candles so I can see the big wicks and see what the momentum of the candles actually are, stuff like that. And I like to look at the smallest time frame. Look at the big time frame and work it down to my entries at the smallest time frame, where you can really see what's actually happening in the market to time your entries and exits. So I do a lot of scalping that way. Did that answer that question, or did I start rambling?
No, that was. I was like, damn.
I'm in class here, so.
And that's the key. I'm just typing.
But I mean, for the most part, bro, I'm a student of the game. For the most part, YouTube University, that kind of stuff. Dude, I live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, when I used to live in civilization, when I lived where a lot of other people live, I had a couple of friends that were into stuff, but not many. It was early on, and then when I moved back out to the country, I don't hardly even see people, so let alone anybody that knows anything like we do. That's why I hang out with you fools and stuff all the time.
Yeah, same here, man. It's hard to find a like-minded people that's in your vested area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I had to come to Austin, and I'm getting ready to go to Vegas for the same reasons, man. And, you know, folks, either you get it fully or you don't get it at all. You know, it's almost no in between, because the in between, you're either gonna eventually get it or you're gonna eventually fall the fuck all the way off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're gonna give up. Right.
Yeah.
I got a song.
Dude, I've tried to turn so many people on out here, but most of them ain't hearing it. You know, I actually did have a couple people the other day. You know, I stopped into the vape store, and there was a kid in there that I had on one of my shirts, and it was I had on my XBF, my Millie Gang shirt when I went in there, and he was hitting me up about that, and I was telling him I just got back from Austin and all that stuff, and he goes, "Well, what do you think about the XRP?" I was like, "Dude, you couldn't have asked a better person."
Yeah.
So, you know, that's pretty cool. I did actually meet somebody else that, you know, around here that's actually into it, because there's not. I live in the middle of Podunk nowhere, for real, guys. I do.
Yeah, man. Kind of.
I was about to say, I think it was. I ain't gonna bring it up.
What do you say? You had a song?
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying, FUMA?
Well, here, we'll play this song real quick. This is what I think about when Laura's always trading. We'll put this on for y'all.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, y'all.
Scared money don't make no money. A scared man don't make no money.
Crown chakra.
Scared money don't make no money. A scared man don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. A scared man don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. A scared man don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared, make a move. A scared man don't make no money. You ain't got shit to lose. Scared money don't make no money. Go on and put that trade in. A scared man don't make no money. It's time to get paid. You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Patience is a virtue, finna cash out any day. Stacked it to the ceiling, now I park my cars in valet. Move, bitch, get out the way. Charging that shit like a bull. Call me Scottie Pippen, cause these pips, they keep my wallet full. Bank account on overflow. Now I'm down in Tokyo. Me and Flopping Groper stung the market like a Scorpio. Bullish like a rodeo. Feel like I hit the lottery. CryptoVerse, man, already making history. Yep, you gon' remember me from trading pairs perfectly. My faith in market cipher B, double hump diversity. While you trade nervously, add it to your misery. Gonna take some notes, better yet, why don't you follow me? Stay tuned, I'ma let you see how I rake these millies in. Save this video and make a playlist, call it Bullish Trends. Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared, make a move. Scared man don't make no money. You ain't got shit to lose. Scared money don't make no money. Go on and put that trade in. Scared man don't make no money. It's time to get paid. Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared, make a move. Scared man don't make no money. You ain't got shit to lose. Scared money don't make no money. Go on and put that trade in. Scared man don't make no money. It's time to get paid. A scared man don't make no money. That's the way the game go. Gotta make investments if you wanna see your money grow. Scared man don't make no money. Go on and put that money up. Invest it in yourself. Now you got your own checks and studs. Scared man don't make no money. Signed up for market cipher, lifetime membership. Now you at the dealership. Pulled off the lot in a futuristic spaceship. Paid it off immediately. That's what I call ownership. Scared to lose a stack, you might never make it back. Law of attraction, what you think is what you gonna track. All at a casino, scared gambling. Now you just got cracked. Can't go home broke. Heard you told your girl you got jacked. Butterflies in your stomach every time you wanna spin. Half scared, half courageous. Man, the two don't blend. All or nothing, pick a side. Let your heart be your guide. Heard you was indecisive, need to learn to decide. Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared, make a move. Scared man don't make no money. You ain't got shit to lose. Scared money don't make no money. Go on and put that trade in. Scared man don't make no money. It's time to get paid. Scared money don't make no money. Don't be scared, make a move. Scared man don't make no money. You ain't got shit to lose. Scared money don't make no money. Go on and put that trade in. A scared man don't make no money. It's time to get paid. Get paid. CryptoVerse, crypto.com.
That's what I think about. I think we trading.
We got to see that one performed live, boys and girls. That was a good one.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. I was there. Yep.
That was good times. Good times.
All right,
what a lot of y'all don't understand is a lot of these events that we go to, they become bragging rights because we were there. You feel what I'm saying? So and yeah, we bragging a little bit, but the reason we bragging a little bit
up for sale.
Yeah, and that's the reason we bragging is because it's these opportunities that we get to fellowship with each other and the network and become friends and break each other's minds down and and it's a lot outside of crypto too that we talk about, y'all. So come to these events and meet like-minded people that's doing the same shit that you do. So you have somebody else to talk to, so you won't get bored with the shit and eventually give up on it because nobody else believes in what you believe in. So that's part of what's good of coming out, man. Meet like-minded people.
All right. My lady tells me you finally found your people.
That's it.
Mine too.
Shit, bro. I'm wondering. I'm like, should we do another hour to get deeper into what you just said, or do y'all want to do another hour?
I can do whatever y'all want to do. We're just chatting.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Usually we end it at the hour. So what we'll do is we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna take the 15. Stay on. We're gonna take the 15-minute break. Usually turn into 20, and then we're gonna hop back on. Okay. So to wrap this episode up, if either you guys got something you want to wrap it up with, and I won't cut you off.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I would say,
Lord.
Yeah. Hey, check out the new X that's coming out. It's Beluga, BLUGA. Check it out on X. And there's so much stuff cooking, boys and girls. Just say follow the signal, watch for smoke signals. It's going down. That's about all I can really say. It's not ready. Everything's not really ready yet. This is just kind of the beginning of everything. So we're hoping that hopefully by the 19th that things will be ready to go. So say if y'all want to jump on X and look at that, check out that account. There's going to be some more instructions coming, as soon as things are ready, but there are definitely things cooking. What I got, boys. That's what I got.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's take a 15 after I wrap it up. Marvin, you want to close it out for us too?
Salute, man. That was dope, man. Lower level, man. You don't know, man, but we're gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, man. We appreciate our sister Nina Blossom plugging this interview, and it really means a lot to us, bro. Even though we know you in person, it still means a lot because there's a lot of people that we reached out to that kind of shun us for whatever reason. And it is what it is. We just having a conversation, man. We just talking crypto. This just family and brothers and sisters, man, talking about something we passionate about, man. So we thank you, bro.
All right, I'm gonna close.
No problem. I'm glad that y'all are doing the show. I never catch show. I like to watch it back after a couple of days. I never know when y'all actually let them out, so I catch them on the random. But I mean, I'm digging it. The conversation is always cool. You two are a good pair.
Yeah. So there's actually two channels. There's Crypto 589, where the stuff posts first, and then the old stuff I put on FUMA Boy'Z. So I'm trying to drive the channel for 589, but we all share on all the channels. So me, I'm like whatever.
Right.
All All right, I'll close it out and then stay on. We're gonna do a 15-minute break because I gotta smoke, and you know how we do it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Salute to the chat. If y'all see this, man, this is another one, man. The shit shuttle. Let's go.
You don't get y'all. You don't get a chance to get lower level to talk. He let everybody else talk.
That
So
part.
y'all are privileged to have this tonight.
That part.
Yeah, y'all have no idea because that's what everybody was giving me mess about over the holiday weekend that we just had. So, you know, in Austin, they were like, you know, you should talk more. I was like, I like to listen. You know, you'd be amazed what you can learn if you just shut the fuck up and listen.
My dad used to tell me that all my life. Man,
yeah, especially around this crew. It's amazing the knowledge that gets dropped just in passing. With you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I hit it. Stand by.